Hey, my name is Jay and I'm an artist and indie dev. If you're new to my content, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. It's February and that means two things. One, I will not be prepared for Valentine's Day when it comes to giving gifts, and two, I will binge watch a lot of Black movies because it's Black History Month. I try to do something special every February for Black History Month in honor of the people that have paved the way for me and my loved ones to live the lives we have today. Whether that be going to parades, museums, or just supporting any Black businesses or projects that contribute and promote goodness in the Black community as well as the rest of the world. But I recently moved to a new place and I'm still learning about stuff in the area as a whole. So in the meantime, I've decided to make my own little celebration. I decided I wanted to highlight some of my favorite Black video game characters that inspired me to go into the games industry and create my own stories. There are not a lot of Black video game characters, but there are a lot more now than in previous years, and I'm happy that the number is growing. The first video game character that I'm going to be picking is from BioShock Infinite. Infinite is my absolute favorite because of how much work the team put into building the world, story, and the characters. They did a lot of research into the era of American history that the game takes place in and blended it really well with sci-fi elements. This is the art book for the game, and it's one of my favorite art books that I have in my collection. It's so fun to look through the designs and see how they got to the end result. So if you've played BioShock Infinite, you probably already know who the character is. Her name is Daisy Fitzroy, and she's a rebel in the city of Columbia. So I found her wiki online, and I just wanted to read an excerpt from that I think does a good job of expressing this character. It says, Daisy is an intelligent and determined woman whose goal is justice and retribution for the downtrodden citizens of Columbia. Daisy is shown to be highly resourceful, outwitting Colombian authorities and procuring resources for her movement from organizations owned by the founders themselves. The founders being the people she's fighting against who are currently in charge and running Columbia. Although Daisy has organized the Vox Populi into a bloodthirsty army which ultimately embarks on reckless and wildly destructive campaign, she still has a sense of honor and self-righteousness. So in the game, Vox Populi is the rebel group that Daisy Fitzroy created and leads in the game. It also says, Daisy Pride does not extend to murdering innocent children by her own hand as revealed in Burial at Sea Episode 2. Because of this, she only pretends to threaten Jeremiah Fink's son in order to goad Elizabeth into killing her, due to her predetermined role in Comstock's fall. She is shown to deeply care about her cause for freedom and is willing to sacrifice herself for her ideals. So, Daisy Fitzroy's story is basically that she used to be, what do you call her, a handmaiden or like a servant for the main antagonist's wife, Lady Comstock. And she actually really liked Lady Comstock because she was a real one. She was not completely there for what Comstock was doing in the story. I don't want to give too much away. I know it's a really old game, but I highly recommend you just play the whole game as a whole. There's so many fascinating characters, storylines going on through the side. And if you like the original BioShocks, you're absolutely going to love Infinite. So without giving too much away, she gets accused of killing Lady Comstock and escapes, and then she creates Vox Populi, and then she has a whole story going on in the background about that. I actually found out while doing some research, she actually has 2 books focused on her. One is an art book, and I think one is like an actual story that happens precursor to Infinite. But yeah, I really like her story and her character overall in Infinite, and then I like that it came full circle in the DLCs, with there being more layers to why she ended up taking Finkton's son and threatening his life. And I thought it was just like a really iconic scene, and they did really good writing with her, showing how a side character or like this anti-hero concept thing can be utilized for good storytelling. She wasn't a dumb side character. Like, she had a role and a purpose. Initially it seems kind of small and off the wall, but it came full circle, like I said, in the DLC, which made me super happy. And I was like, oh wow, this is a really well written character. And a lot of the characters in the BioShock series are like that, but this one especially was special to me because he's a Black revolutionary and yeah, anyways. Yeah, so I'm doing a quick little painting of Daisy Fitzroy. I looked up a lot of references and I just wanted to modify her design just a little bit because her colors are a little bit opaque, kind of. It kind of gets washed out with the red design that they have in a lot of the promo work, but I wanted to go with like a deeper, darker color set. And then I do also include the red in the background and stuff at the end, which I thought was pretty cool. It's not perfect. Like if I were to go back, I would tweak a few things, adjust her head and stuff, but I wanted to do something just really quick, fun, and exciting. Another thing I like about Daisy Fitzroy as a character is that she's not inherently good and she's not inherently evil. Like her cause is good, but at some point along her journey, it gets warped and radicalized. With that, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Thanks. Bye.